normally get to school each morning?
Normally, my mom drops me off at school,
Oh, this
And
is
do
another
you
minor.
sometimes
Mute up.
take the inner city transit bus?
only to go home.
Okay, to go home in the afternoon?
Yes.
Okay. And the inner city transit bus, are there any of those bus stops by Timberline High School?
Yes, there's two of them.
And where are they located?
One of them is right in front of the school, and then the other one is directly across the street from the school.
Okay. And which bus stop do you use to go home?
The one that's across the street.
Okay. And Noah, do you know someone by the name of
I do. That's my friend
Okay. And how long have you been friends with Isaiah?
since my freshman year.
Okay. And do you know someone named
Yes, I do. That is Isaiah's friend.
Okay. And when you and Isaiah first became friends during your freshman year, was did you
I'm just pausing this. I just don't understand. Do y'all see how Core TV is muting and unmuting and they can't figure out when to mute a name and when not to mute a name? It's like all of a sudden I think they're doing awesome and great. And then we go back to this back and forth with the muting and unmuting. Like I've never like experienced something like this where they can't catch this. Like it's 1 minute they're muting Isaiah's name, then the next minute they're not. 1 minute they're muting Fatima's name, and then the next minute they're not. Like this is, I don't know. I'm not a camera person, so I really don't know how easy it is to do this, right? But they've been doing this for a long, long time, and they're covering these all over the place. I really don't want them to get us kicked out of the courtroom. And I really don't want to go back to what we were yesterday. And considering that we know we have snitches out here that will tell, please, Court TV, I am begging you, please get it together. All right, guys. I'm go ahead and let it play. Yeah, like I could probably mute this better than what they muting it. And we behind also.
already had you met Fatima at that time?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know whether Fatima and Isaiah were dating at one point?
Yes.
Okay. And did you ever go to school with Fatima?
Yes.
And what school was that?
Timberline.
Okay. And Noah, do you know whether at some point did Fatima stop going to school at Timberline?
Yes, Fatima stopped going to our school at one point.
Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions about October 18th of last year. Did you go to school that day?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And while you were at school, did you see Isaiah that day?
Yes.
And did you see Isaiah throughout the course of the school day, or did you just see him at the end of the day?
I saw him throughout the day.
Okay. And did you also see Isaiah at the end of the day?
Yes.
And when you saw Isaiah at the end of the school day, did you talk to him?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And when you talked to Isaiah, did that conversation take place inside the school building, outside, at the gymnasium? Where did that conversation occur?
Initially, our conversation took place inside the school.
Okay. You said initially, at some point, did you guys continue that conversation somewhere else?
Yes, we continued the conversation at the bus stop after school.
Okay. And did you and Isaiah walk to the bus stop together?
No, I walked there by myself.
Okay. And when you first got to the bus stop, was Isaiah already there?
No,
Okay. What about Fatima? Was she already there?
no.
And then at some point while you were at the bus stop, did Fatima and Isaiah show up?
Yes.
Okay. And after they showed up at the bus stop, did you talk to Isaiah again?
Yes.
Okay. And while talking to Isaiah, did you at some point start looking at a truck that had pulled into the student parking lot?
Yes.
And did you see somebody getting out of the truck?
Yes.
Okay. And the person that got out of the truck, was it a male or a female?
A male.
Okay. And after the male got out of the truck, where did he go?
He walked up to me, Isaiah, and Fatima.
Okay. And after at the bus stop?
Yes, at the bus stop in front of the school.
Okay. And after the male walked over to the bus stop, did he start talking to anybody?
Yes, he started having a conversation with Fatima.
Okay. And when the male was speaking with Fatima, at that time, did you know who that male was?
Yes, I knew that was her father
Okay. And how did you know that was her father?
because Isaiah told me it was Fatima's dad.
Okay. And when Fatima's dad was talking to her, were they speaking in English or were they speaking in a different language?
They were speaking Arabic
Okay.
and they were speaking English.
I'm sorry, you said they were speaking in Arabic and in English?
Yes.
Okay. And then while Fatima's dad and her were talking, did you at some point say something to her dad?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you say?
I told him, sir, inshallah, they love each other.
Okay. And inshallah, what language is that?
That's Arabic.
Okay. And do you know Arabic yourself?
Only a little bit
Okay. And why do you know a little bit of Arabic?
because I've taught myself some Arabic sayings.
Okay. And then, and what does inshallah mean?
Inshallah means God willing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
God willing.
And you indicated, you said inshallah, God willing in Arabic, and then you said they're in love. Did you say they're in love in English or in Arabic?
In English.
Okay. And when you say they're in love, who are you, who are you referring to?
Isaiah and Fatima.
Okay. And when you said that to Fatima's father, did he say anything to you in response?
No.
Okay. And what, if anything, did he do in response?
All he did was look me in the eye.
Okay. And then at some point, well, let me ask you this question. While this was happening at the bus stop, were there anyone else at the bus stop? And the many people around you all, were they students? Were they adults?
There was many students around us.
Okay. And did you recognize any of the students?
Yes.
And who did you recognize? And then at some point, did you see the IT bus pulling up to the bus stop?
Yes.
Okay. And when the IT bus started pulling up to the bus stop, what did all the students do?
Start walking towards the bus
Okay.
so that they can get on.
Okay. And you mentioned the students started walking towards the bus. Did Fatima and Isaiah do the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. And when Fatima started walking towards the bus, what did her dad do?
He grabbed her.
Okay. And then after how did he grab her?
She had a bag on her shoulder and he grabbed her shoulder and she tried to resist and she ended up going down.
Okay. And then when she went down, you mentioned she went down. Are you referring she went down to the ground?
Yes.
Okay. And after she went onto the ground, did her dad stay upright or did he end up on the ground as well?
I don't remember.
Okay. At some point, do you remember whether if Fatima's dad ended up on the ground?
Yes, he ended up on the ground after he punched Isaiah in the face.
Okay. And then after he ended up on the ground, did you see what, if anything, he was doing to Fatima?
No, not Not after he ended up on the ground because he started to get restrained by a man who had got out his car
Okay.
and
Okay. And then when Fatima ended up on the ground, and then at some point her father ended up on the ground, where did all the other students go? Did they get on the bus or did they go somewhere else?
some of the students um walked up to Fatima and her dad to try to help and get her out from underneath him and all the people that were trying to grab her and help her get up.
Okay. And were you one of the students that sort of got involved in what happened on the ground?
No.
Okay. And at some point, did you walk away from the bus stop?
Yes.
And where did you go?
I crossed the street
Okay.
to the other bus stop.
Okay. And then you indicated you crossed the street to the other side of, you crossed the street to the other bus stop. At some point, do you remember if any Fatima's other family members show up?
Yes, her mom and her sisters showed up after.
Okay. And how did you know that the two women that showed up after were Fatima's mom and sister?
They identify themselves as her family by going for her father and then going and trying to get involved in the situation when she was on the ground.
Okay. And when Fatima's mom and sister showed up, as they were getting to the scene, did you hear them yelling anything?
Yes.
And what were they yelling?
It sounded like they were yelling Baba for Fatima's father.
Second. Objection as to compound question as to what they were saying. Because I think there's a hearsay objection for.
Sustained as the form of the question.
Okay. And when you and Noah, when Fatima's mom showed up to the scene, did you hear her yelling anything?
Yes.
And what did you hear her yell?
Baba.
And do you know what Baba means?
Father.
And is that in Arabic as well?
Yes.
Okay. And then at some point at one of the, so you testify that Fatima's mom and her sister showed up. At some point, either her mom or her sister end up on the ground as well.
Yes.
And who ended up on the ground?
Her mom.
Okay. And when Fatima's mom ended up on the ground from across the street, were you able to sort of see what her mom was doing?
Yes.
And what was she doing?
It appeared like she was had her arms wrapped around Fatima's body.
Okay, was it which part of her body were you able to see?
Her upper torso.
Okay. And Noah, did you, while you were standing across the street, did you also take a video of what you had observed?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, permission to approach the witness.
You may.
Noah, I've handed you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 133. Do you recognize that thumb drive?
Yes.
And do you know what is contained on the thumb drive?
The video that I took.
Okay. And did you have a chance to watch that video prior to coming into the courtroom?
Yes.
And does it accurately depict your observations of what was occurring at the bus stop?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state offers for admission to evidence Exhibit 133.
Any objection, Mr. Keating?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Larry?
No, Your Honor.
133 shall be admitted.
Permission to publish.
You may.
And Noah, I've stopped the video at 0013 seconds. Prior to this, what were you videotaping?
The only thing that I was videotaping was the what I could see from across the road.
Okay, and what were you seeing across the road at that time?
I was seeing Fatima on the ground and her family members around her struggling, trying to get her up. I don't understand. All the the students were in there trying to restrain her father and get her up off the floor.
Okay. Playing the video again. Stopping again at 21 seconds. And Noah, you testified that while you were across the street that you had observed Fatima's mom on the ground with her. Is by the time that you're videotaping this, is her mom already on the ground with her?
Yes.
Starting again.
You gotta let go of her. You gotta let go. Let go of her, man.
And I'm stopping this at 0048 seconds. Noah, we hear you say, well, let me ask you this. Whose voice do we hear in the video?
That's my voice.
Okay, and we hear you in the video saying, you gotta let go of her. Who are you referring to? When you said you gotta let go of her.
They had to let go of Fatima.
Okay, were you referring to her mom or her dad? when
Her
you
mom.
said Her mom, okay. Your Honor, permission to approach the witness.
You may.
Noah, I've handed you what's been marked as state's exhibits 134 to 140. If you could look through them and then let me know when you're done looking through them.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm done.
And do you recognize those exhibits 134 to 140?
Yes.
And what are they?
They're screenshots of the video that I took.
Okay, and do those screenshots accurately depict your observations of the scene from across the street? that day?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state offers for admission to evidence exhibits 134 to 140.
Mr. Kading, any objection?
No objection.
Mr. Larry,
Favor.
134 through 140 shall be admitted.
Permission to publish.
You may.
Noah, I am showing you exhibit 134. Can you see this on the TV screen?
Yes.
And can you, the thing we see at the bottom, the runner, is that sort of the Is that associated with the timing of the video that you took?
Yes, that shows the seconds.
Okay. And then I'm gonna zoom in a little. Wait for it to adjust. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. The person with the beige colored backpack that is on in the middle towards the left portion of this picture, who is that? Then the person here that I'm pointing that is wearing all black with the headdress, standing next to a person with a blue jacket in the middle towards the right of the photo. Who is that? And exhibit 135. Can you tell I'm gonna ask you a few more questions on this. The person that we see that is sitting on the ground, that is at the middle towards the bottom portion of this image, who is that? Exhibit 136. Again, I'm gonna zoom in a little. And again, the person that I'm pointing to that is on the ground in the middle now of this image, who is that? And what does it appear? And when you're watching this from across the street, what is she trying to do at this point?
Regain her balance and get back up on her feet.
Okay. And you testified that while you were across the street, that you had observed Fatima's mom on the ground with her. Was her mom on the ground with her at this point?
Yes.
Exhibit 137. Let's zoom in a little bit more. And the person that is on the ground in the middle of the image that I'm pointing to right here, who is that?
It's unclear. The photo's a bit blurry. The photo's a little blurry.
Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit. Is this more clear now?
No.
Okay. Standing in front of her in the middle of the image with the curly brown hair. You were standing across the street. We saw the video that you took, and you testified that in the video when you were shouting, you need to get off of her. You indicated you were referring to Fatima's mom.
Yes.
Okay, and the video footage that we took, were you trying to document your observations from across the street?
Yes.
That led to you saying you need to let go of her?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Kading, cross-examine.
got there before Isaiah and Fatima, right?
Yes.
Prior to that moment, had you ever met Mr. Had you ever seen him before?
No.
Okay. Did you see him prior to Isaiah coming up to you?
No.
Okay. How did you become aware through Isaiah that Mr. Ali was there?
When I was at the bus stop, Isaiah walked up to me and he told me Fatima's dad is in front of the school.
Okay. And did he point him out?
No.
Did he say where he saw him? And did he tell you what he would be pulling up in?
Yes, a truck.
In a truck. Okay. And did you eventually see a truck pull up?
Yes.
Okay. How much after you first saw Isaiah did that truck pull up?
I'm not sure.
Can you say it was a matter of seconds or
A
was it
couple minutes.
A couple minutes? Okay. So during that time, when Isaiah and Fatima were at the bus stop, were you talking with Isaiah about what could happen?
No.
No. Okay. So he said, watch out, something of that nature.
He told me to look out if Fatima's dad parked.
Okay. All right. And how would you describe Isaiah's demeanor at that time?
Uncomfortable.
Okay. All right. And then just you initially described that her father came and was talking with her.
Yes.
And would you describe that as a calm conversation?
No.
No. How would you describe it?
Emotional.
Emotional. Okay. So did he appear upset?
Yes.
Okay. And did Fatima appear upset?
Yes.
Okay. But they were talking back and forth.
Yes.
For how long?
A few minutes.
Okay. All right. And then you said when the bus came up, Isaiah and Fatima were going to go to get on the bus?
Yes.
Okay. Now, at that moment, you said that her dad reached out and grabbed her shoulder, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see what Isaiah was doing?
Isaiah wasn't next to them when he grabbed Fatima.
He wasn't.
No.
Okay. Where was he?
He walked up after Fatima's dad grabbed her and then tried to help her, and then that's when he got punched in the face.
Okay. And you say by helper, you mean he reached out to grab the dad?
No, he tried to help Fatima get away from her dad.
Okay. So was he pulling on Fatima?
I don't remember.
Okay. How far away were you from that?
I was only standing a couple feet away.
A couple feet. Okay. All right. And then you did talk to the father, though. You said,
I said something to him. Yes, I did.
okay, and where was Isaiah when you said that?
Standing next to me.
Next to you. Okay. And how far were you from Fatima and her father at that point?
We were all the four of us were standing in close proximity.
Okay. What is close proximity? Is it like within 2 feet?
Yes.
Okay. And is that how far away you were when her father reached out to grab her shoulder?
I'm not sure exactly.
Not sure. Okay. All right. And then you saw Isaiah get punched in the face,
Yes.
right? And at that point, where were you?
The sidewalk.
Okay. And did you stay where you were at that point, or is that when you crossed the street?
Once the situation started to escalate, I crossed the street.
Okay. So you did not stay and get involved in any of that?
No.
Okay. And then you went across the street and we saw your video. So when you went across the street, was the bus still there?
No.
No.
Yet the bus driver got out and started to look and see if there was something he could do. So you couldn't see the bus driver in my video.
Okay. All right. But was the bus still there in your video, or had it already left?
I don't remember.
Okay. So just to clarify then, after Isaiah was punched, did you see Isaiah after that?
No,
You didn't see him run over towards her father and Fatima?
no,
Okay, so did you immediately turn around and leave at that point?
no. So after Isaiah got punched in the face, I started to back up. That's why I said that I'm not sure if I was within 2 feet close to them, because I was on the sidewalk. I wasn't in the dirt
Okay,
where Fatima's dad was. He was in the dirt. I was on the sidewalk.
okay. And then Isaiah kind of went backwards towards the bus, right?
No, Isaiah was close to Fatima and her father.
Right. And then he got hit though, right?
Yeah.
And then he went back towards the bus.
No.
No, you don't remember that? Okay. And then, so after that, then you stayed there by the bus for a few seconds, or you left?
I left.
Huh?
I crossed the
You
street.
did at that point. Okay. So you missed quite a bit of activity that was going on across the street.
No.
You didn't miss it. You saw it while you were
Yeah.
walking.
Once everybody started to scream, call the police, call the police, I crossed the road.
Okay. So that was a few seconds after Isaiah had been punched, right?
No, that was a few seconds after Fatima's dad grabbed her.
Okay. But you didn't see Isaiah get back involved in it.
So, people started to yell, call the cops after Isaiah got punched.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so the time frame between the punch and calling the cops was how long?
Maybe a couple minutes.
Is it possible maybe it was just a few seconds?
I'm not sure.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Larry, cross-examination.
All right.
May this, just 1 second. May this witness, well, actually, do you have any redirect? I apologize.
Yes, Your Honor, just a couple of follow-up questions. Noah, when Mr. Kading was asking you questions, he asked you about sort of the amount of time that passed between when Isaiah and Fatima first showed up to the bus stop and then until her father showed up. Do you remember him asking you that?
Yes.
And you indicated that maybe a few minutes had passed. Do you remember saying that?
Yes.
When Isaiah and Fatima first got to the bus stop, between that time and when her father first showed up to the bus stop, when you were talking to Isaiah and Fatima when they first got to the bus stop, were you also counting the amount of time that had elapsed
No.
in your head? Okay, so is it fair to say that when you say a few minutes passed, that it was just a guess?
Yes.
Okay. And you also, Mr. Kading asked you about sort of how long Fatima and her father were talking when he first arrived at the bus stop. And you also indicated that maybe a few minutes had passed. When Fatima and her father were talking, were you counting the amount of time that had passed in your head?
No.
Okay, so is it fair to say that was also a guess on the time?
Yes.
And you testify that after Fatima's father grabbed her and then punched Isaiah. Well, let me ask you this. After all that happened, is it fair to say that things escalated very quickly after that?
Yes.
Okay, no further questions.
Mr. Kading, any recross? Any recross, Mr. Larry? All right. May this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection, Mr. Kading? Mr. Larry?